So this comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannilitalochanaha kramena manaso dadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, yes, we can go back to the previous slide. The translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashivoham. And the next is the Apta Pramana, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Natu maam shakyase drashtu manenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuho pashyame yogamaishwaram. And in this verse, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad-Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Behold Bhagavan Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And specifically in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye.
Inside and outside broke.
The Atma Pramana, which is in Swamiji's own words, the first experience that I was able
around me, above me,
Swamiji himself,
the whole 360 degree, 10 direction, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience. I felt that the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. The setting sun, rising moon, the whole Arunachala hill, all the plants, bush, shrubs, trees, everything just became so alive. The idea, something is inside,
the Pratyaksha Pramana, or the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. The study measures and compares the metabolic cell activity of the brain and in the conscious and meditative state, which were being observed through the positron emission tomography. So when doing daily activities, when in deep samadhi state, samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And when doing regular activities, the high activity is measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And the Sakshi Pramana, which is the experience and result of the extraordinary manifestation happening through the initiated disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. This rare sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for the ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. As a living incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Concept of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpasses all bonds of time, space, and matter. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is getting this pure, great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences, through initiation, the Diksha of millions of people, and millions of people have been initiated by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism and are experiencing the profound results as extraordinary powers in their everyday lives. And today we will be seeing a demonstration of these extraordinary powers.
Yes, so now I have with me this I-band over here. So we can stop the screen share. So I have this I-band with me here, and it is certified by ophthalmologists. In front, it is a thick plastic sheet, and behind that, it is thick black sponge, which will make sure that there's no light entering into my eyes. It will cover the entire area around my eyes. All of you can see. And it will even cover the bridge of the nose. So there will be no way that light can enter my eyes. And it's usually said that without light, one cannot see. So even though this I-band will be on my eyes, through my third eye, I will be reading any comments that any of you put in the live YouTube comments. So now I have a volunteer with me who will be tying the I-band on my eyes. And once that's done, anyone watching us on YouTube right now, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. You can put anything you would like. A sequence of emojis, numbers, letters, sentences, or things that even don't make sense. You can put anything and I will be reading it.
Yes, and you can see how the I-band is tightly placed on Mamadara's face without letting any light in. And if you can just look above, look below, and to the left and to the right, and you can see that there is no space for light to enter in anywhere.
Yes, so now the YouTube comments will be projected in front of me.
So now Madhura will read any of your comments. Anything you would like, you can put in the comment section in YouTube, and Madhura will read these comments completely blindfolded with just the power of her third eye, initiated by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself.
Yeah, so we have the last comment from Piotr Wajda, PIOTRWAJDA, and she has put Nithyanandam and 3 Namaskar emojis. And anyone else who would like to put a comment can put your comments. And as we wait for comments, with me I have this book, which is Uncommon Answers to Common Questions. So I'll be opening a random page in front of all of you, and I will be reading the page. So I'm opening a random page now. Okay, so I've opened a random page. I do not know the contents of this page, and I will be reading it right now. So this is page number 48 and 49. And page number 49 says, the first sentence is a continuation of the previous page. It says, lead you to the truth. Then it says, of course, as many faiths as there are, so many paths will exist. Ramakrishna says beautifully, Yatoma tatopat. As many faiths, so many paths. Each and every person expresses his or her experience in a different way. For example, Patanjali says that chakra is the head, the crown is Sahasrara, which means literally a 1,000-petal lotus. But if you open people's skull with skulls, will you find 1,000-petal lotuses inside? Surely not. In some heads, you may find the mud out of which the lotus is born, but not the lotus. Then why does he say 1,000-petal lotus? It is a metaphysical expression of the experience that takes place when the energy reaches the Sahasrara. When the energy reaches the crown center, the experience is something like a 1,000-petal lotus blossoming. How beautiful is it? It is. In just that way, your being flowers. Your being expresses itself in all its glory. It is the metaphysical experience expressed using a physical example. But when the immature mind hears the expression, it tends to take the experience literally. So what happens is totally different, and what is understood is totally different. When one attempts to explain metaphysical experiences in ordinary language, one keep up with the experience and tend to distort it. A seeker approaches an enlightened master, a Zen master, and asks, "Master, does an enlightened man speak?" The master replied, "No. A really enlightened person can never speak. Enlightenment can never be expressed in words. An enlightened person can never speak. And if he speaks, be sure," and then the story continues on the next page, "he is not enlightened." The man then asks, "So an enlightened person keeps quiet. He keeps mum." The master said, "An enlightened man can never keep quiet. If he keeps mum, be very clear that he's not an enlightened being. Because if you process enlightenment, you can keep quiet. But in enlightenment, you can never possess. Only enlightenment can possess you. If you possess something, you can keep it under your pillow or put it in your treasure box and keep quiet. But when God possesses you, you can never keep quiet. So if somebody keeps quiet, be sure he's not enlightened." And then the story continues. So all of you can see the previous page on page number 49. And with that, now volunteer to remove my hand, and we will be moving on to the further segments of this program. So in the interest of time, we will now be coming to the conclusion of this power manifestation segment. And all of you can see the IBAN. It is just as it was before. And we will now be concluding this power manifestation segment and moving on to the further segments of this program, where you will be learning much more about the Bhavasamadhi Darshan. So please stay tuned, and we will be back after a really short break. I thank all of you for joining us for this power manifestation segment. And please get ready for the Lingotbhava Bhavasamadhi Darshan and the live Devi Bhavasamadhi Darshan.
What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. and setting model communities. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper offer customized spiritual service, helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in
Yes, Nithyananda, welcome back, dear viewers. Now we will be entering into the next segment where we will understand the world today versus Kailasa today. Yes, we can move to the next slide, please. So, as many of us know, across the world, schools from kindergarten to 12th grade are shutting down across 191 countries. However, and as of mid-April, 191 countries had shut down all their primary and secondary schools, affecting almost 1.6 billion children. However, Nithyananda Hindu University is the world's largest Hindu university and has been providing online classes from the beginning of this pandemic and have been offering non-stop 16-day online retreats since March 20th, 2020, which are completely free of cost and available to anyone who wants to handle this pandemic with powerfulness. And as we know, there has been a surge of suicide that has been increased due to this global pandemic. And having taken the responsibility to spiritually heal the world during the pandemic, Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship, in collaboration with the Department of Human Services, have been offering Maheshwara Puja twice a month for the departed souls who have passed due to COVID, natural calamities, unnatural calamities, devastation, and much more for this year 2020 and all the way till 2021, till date. Through the Maheshwara Puja, the departed souls are offered completion and liberation through sacred spiritual rituals offered at the feet of the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam. So let's now understand. Go ahead.
Yes, so let's now understand the happening of Lingotbhava, which is mentioned in the Arunachala Purana. So Brahma is the creator and creation principle. He was created and manifested from the creation principle of Paramashiva. Paramashiva's 5 heads. From one head, the creation principle manifests as Brahma, and from Brahma, creation happens. And the same way, Vishnu also manifested for maintenance. Vishnu and Brahma are attention-drawing, colorful action. They delude themselves that they're both ultimate, and between them they start fighting as to who is greater. Brahma represents knowledge and Vishnu represents wealth. Knowledge is required for creation and wealth is required for maintenance.
And Paramashiva manifested as the Deepa Stamba, the Jyoti Stamba, to Brahma and Vishnu, liberating them from delusion as to who is more powerful or important amongst the two of them. There was a big chaos and stagnancy in the cosmos. Paramashiva had to intervene. Paramashiva appears as a shaft of light and tells them, whoever finds my feet or my head first is the more powerful person.
And then immediately Brahma takes the form of a swan and flies upwards, saying, I will go and find your head. And Vishnu takes the form of a Varaha, a pig, saying, I will go and find your feet. So Brahma takes the form of a swan and Vishnu takes the form of a wild pig, a boar. And both are not able to find either the head or feet. So Vishnu accepts that he is not able to find. But Brahma, not only he was not able to find the head, but he was not able to accept it as well.
They both start feeling that they are both the ultimate, and the next level delusion is that they both are fighting as to who is more powerful. Naturally, Paramashiva has to liberate them from their delusion. Neither creation nor sustenance is ultimate. Ultimate is liberation. Paramashiva pulls both of them out of delusion and liberates them. The moment Paramashiva appears as Jyotirlinga, he tells Brahma and Vishnu, whoever finds my head or my feet will be declared as supreme. Brahma becomes a swan and flies towards the head. The swan always lives in the lotus. He should have actually gone to find the lotus feet. Vishnu takes the form of a pig. The pig always lives in the forest. He should have actually taken the decision and gone towards Paramashiva's jatas, the forest. So both could not find the two ends. Vishnu goes on digging. Even then, he reaches only up to the calf muscle of Paramashiva. To mark that, he ties a bell on Paramashiva's calf muscle. That is why in all Shiva deities, there will be a bell on Shiva's calf muscle. And Brahma takes the form of a swan and flies, and his age is almost over. He then finds that he cannot find the head. He then sees a flower falling. He asks, where are you coming from? The flower says, from Shiva's ears. He asks, since when are you falling? The flower says, for 4 Brahma's ages. Knowledge always has ego. It cannot accept defeat. Brahma, who represents knowledge, asks the flower, can you support me by saying that I brought you from the head of Paramashiva? I will give you lots of boons. The flower gets a little tempted. Brahma goes to Paramashiva and lies, saying, I found your head, and this is a witness. The moment Paramashiva stares at both of them, both the flower withers and the swan's feathers burn away. Brahma gets the curse that he will never be worshipped anymore, and the flower gets the curse that it will never be used in Shiva Puja. Then Brahma goes and does tapas and asks for forgiveness. And Paramashiva, out of his eternal compassion, says, you will be there in all of my temples, north facing, where my sacred bath water will come through the Gomukha, and from that water you can do the creation. The flower was given the Shapa Vimochana, that once a year for Shivaratri day, the flower will be used for Shiva Puja, not in any other time. Even now in Tiruvannamalai, the Lingotbhava will be worshipped with Tayunku only on Shivaratri. You need to understand the deeper layers and meanings. Knowledge and wealth cannot show you the ultimate, and it is not the ultimate. Enlightenment alone is the ultimate. Both Vishnu and Brahma requested Shiva to retain this form as that shaft of light to bless the universe. At their request, Paramashiva, in that form of divine light, became Arunachala, the glowing mountain in Tiruvannamalai. Due to his promise, Paramashiva retained his form as Arunachala mountain, assumed the form of the Shivalinga called Arunachaleshvara at the time, and is incarnating continuously, keeping the unbroken lineage of enlightened beings in Tiruvannamalai till date. So let us now watch the happening of Lingotbhava from the Arunachala Purana, explained from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself.
Life is life, but neither the intellect nor the money is ready to surrender. Intellect tries to find the head. Brahma goes in the form of swan to find the head. Vishnu goes in the form of pig to find the feet. Both of them are trying their best. Vishnu goes. For ages he is digging. Finally he realizes the truth. He won't be successful. At one point, he just wants to mark the spot to which extent he travelled. He ties a bell. Still in all Shiva's murtis, Shiva's idols, you will see a bell near the calf. Near the calf muscle, you will see a bell that is tied by Vishnu. Vishnu was able to travel only to that distance. Whether in Nataraja or Dakshinamurti, in all Shiva murtis, you will see that bell. Vishnu tried, he understood, he realized he can't see, he can't achieve, he can't get the truth. One important thing, truth is revealed in this. When you run behind the money to achieve the eternal happiness, Nithyananda, at one point you will realize the money can't give you that. That is what is meant by this line, by this story. Vishnu realizes he can't achieve, he can't find, he surrenders. If you travel, if you try to find through money, you will realize at one point it can't be achieved, you will surrender. The moment Vishnu surrendered, Shiva revealed the truth and gave him the ultimate experience. But Brahma, intellect, cannot surrender. That is the biggest problem. If you travel in the path of intellect and try to find the truth, not only you won't find, the big difficulty will be you will not be even having that humbleness to accept that you will not find or you have not found. You will not have that humbleness. You will not be able to surrender. You will not be able to relax. You will not be able to say that you have not found. Not only you won't be able to say you have not found, you will try to bring all false witnesses. Brahma, not only he was not able to find, he can't accept that he did not find. So he brings false witness, the flower which was near the head of Shiva and which was falling for ages. He actually caught the flower and asked, the Brahma asked that flower, "You are from where?" The flower says, "I am from the hair of Mahadeva, Shiva." Brahma asked, "How long you are traveling?" The flower said, "For 4 Brahma's age I am traveling. Still I have not reached even Mahadeva's face." Brahma understands. He has only one age, means one kalpa. This flower is traveling for 4. He understands he can't find, but he can't surrender. He catches that flower and says, "Why don't you come back and tell Shiva that I saw his head and I brought you from his head. Flower says, I don't have a problem. After all, I am going down. I can do a small favor for you. Understand, if you try to do something wrong, even for doing good to others, you are in trouble. Even for doing good to others, if you try to do anything adharmic, anything which is not right, you are in trouble. This flower thought, after all, Brahma is asking me a small favor. Why can't I do? He said, okay. And Brahma comes down and says, I found your head and this is the witness. Shiva knows where he kept the flower. That is the biggest problem. Again and again this intellect thinks it can hide from enlightened being. It can do whatever it wants and it can escape. It can get away with it. Understand? Enlightened being is a person who played with his intellect. So you can't play with him with your intellect. But we always miss the game, thinking that we can play with him with our intellect. He played with his intellect itself. And how can he be caught by your intellect? No. You are playing with intellect. He played with the intellect itself. Brahma tried to play with his intellect to Mahadeva. Mahadeva straight away knows the truth. And he just says only one thing. Because you tried to play with your intellect, let you not be worshipped in the planet Earth. You are not worthy of worship. And he says to that flower, just because you told a lie, you have been a false witness, you will not be used anymore for my worship. And the moment both of them realized their mistake, the flower and the Brahma, both fell at the feet of Shiva and cried, please forgive us. Surrendered. The moment they surrendered, Shiva forgives both of them and releases them from the curse. Shiva says, as an exemption, you will always be worshipped in my temple in the north side. In all Shiva temple, northern side, where the Tirtha, the holy water comes out, you will see Brahma's Murti standing there and continuously purifying himself by the Charanamrita, the holy water from Mahadeva's feet. Same way, the flower was also blessed. Mahadeva says, you will not be used for worship, but as an exemption, one day on Shivaratri day, you will be used for my worship. This is the very day Mahadeva expressed himself, appeared in front of Vishnu and Brahma and gave them enlightenment, the ultimate truth. This is the very day every year the same intense cosmic consciousness in energy falls on planet Earth, envelops the planet Earth, raises the whole collective consciousness of the planet Earth to a different frequency. You are all blessed to spend this beautiful time in the energy field in the presence of an enlightened being. Do not waste your energy just running behind intellect or comfort. Intellect and comfort, both of them are utility in the life. It is needed for a certain level, but that is not life itself. Life is far beyond the currency and logic. Life is something to be intensely lived, loved, experienced beyond logic and currency. Vishnu represents the mamakara, identity you carry within you and believe as you. Brahma represents the ahankara, the identity which you project to the outer world. Neither ahankara nor mamakara can realize the truth, can give you the truth. Only the cosmic energy, your very being, which is beyond ahankara and mamakara, only that can show the truth to your very being. Shiva, who is cosmic consciousness, it's embodiment of existential energy, takes you beyond ahankar and mamakar, because neither ahankara nor mamakara can reach, can understand, can realize Mahadeva. Take this moment, take this opportunity to go beyond ahankara and mamakara and unclutch yourself from these two and experience Mahadeva, Shiva. Intensely pray to that energy. Please understand, praying is trying to tune yourself to that energy. Don't think prayer is just empty words. Prayer is nothing but expressing the truth through intense sankalpa. If you express it just with your sankalpa, it's meditation. If you express it with your sankalpa and the divine help, it is prayer. Intensely create a deep prayerful mood, prayerful feeling, and recite Mahadeva's name, the Maha Mantra, Panchakshara, with your whole being, and pray to him. Let him reveal himself to you. Let him reveal the truth to you. Let him give you the ultimate experience, which is beyond intellect and money, which is beyond ahankar and mamakar. The truth which is revealed to Vishnu and Brahma, let it be revealed to you. Mahadeva appeared as the cosmic fire, cosmic consciousness. The same moment, exactly this very moment, to bless, to enlighten Vishnu.
Yes. So let us understand the significance of the Lingotbhava story revealed by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. So Vishnu represents the mamakara, the identity you carry within you and believe as you. Brahma represents the ahankara, the identity which you project to the outer world. Neither the ahankara nor the mamakara can realize the truth or give you the truth. Paramashiva, who is the cosmic consciousness, is embodiment of existential energy and takes you beyond ahankara and mamakara, because neither ahankara nor mamakara can reach, understand, and realize Mahadeva. There is a great significance in this story. You cannot attain Nithyananda, eternal, with either intellect or with money. Going upwards like Brahma is rajas, passion without value. And going downwards like Vishnu is tamas, inertia or lethargy. You cannot attain enlightenment with those two attributes. Vishnu is wealth. It is redundant to waste your energy running behind intellect or comfort. Whether intellect is greater or wealth is greater, neither can lead one to the ultimate truth or the ultimate bliss. Intellect and comfort, both of them are utility in the life. It is needed for a certain level, but that is not life itself. Life is something to be intensely lived, loved, experienced beyond logic and currency. So the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference for Paramashiva's threefold promise to humanity, appears in the Arunachala Purana. The living incarnation of Paramashiva has been promised from Paramashiva from the time of the happening of Lingotbhava. The Paramashiva lineage represents the tradition of the Gurus, the enlightened masters in Tiruvannamalai, also called Arunachala, starting from Paramashiva himself. The lineage of Paramashiva prevails to fulfill Paramashiva's promise to humanity, to be an eternal guiding force through an unbroken lineage of living Gurus hailing from Tiruvannamalai to sustain the enlightenment ecosystem. Paramashiva appears as the infinite effulgence of light called the Lingotbhava in Tiruvannamalai to bless humanity. The Arunachala Purana, the epic history of Arunachala, reveals that at the point in time, Lord Paramashiva made a promise that he will always be in Arunachala or in Tiruvannamalai in three forms, as the Arunachala, as the Jyotirlingam, the Arunachaleshwara Shivalinga deity in the temple, and in the form of the living incarnations in the holy town of Tiruvannamalai. So the Kshetra of Tiruvannamalai is the very place on earth which Paramashiva declared as his home thousands of years ago in the three divine forms, the sacred hill Arunachala, the Linga Arunachala, and in the form of the incarnation of Paramashiva, who lands time and time again in the human body. In a fourth form, which was not declared by Paramashiva and yet still seamlessly manifested, he lives as the Shiva Sarva Guha Shaya, as Shiva, the one who resides in the hearts of all. So, as we all know, the sacred hill of Arunachala is still standing in Tiruvannamalai as a guiding force for everyone there, along with the Linga in the Annamalaya temple in Tiruvannamalai. And of course, the living incarnation of Paramashiva himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, who has landed as the guiding force for humanity to bring them the superconscious breakthrough, to guide them to enlightenment as promised by Paramashiva himself. in the Arunachala Purana. This is true, especially among the townspeople of Tirunamalai, for whom Arunachala is Antarayami, their most supreme Lord, making it possible for Paramashiva to appear again and again as one among them. Adhering to his most compassionate boon for humanity, Paramashiva himself comes down to planet Earth and guides Vishnu and Brahma in creating the enlightened civilization of Tirunamalai. Since then, Tiruvannamalai has been serving not just as a beacon for the human beings who seek the most supreme truths as the cosmic beacon of light, which allows for other worldly beings to descend and ascend the 14 planes of existence and ultimately unite with Paramashiva himself in the primordial form as Lingotbhava. Since the time of Paramashiva appeared in the form of the effulgent column, the place has been witness to all the different yugas and the slow degradation of the original dharma set forth by Paramashiva. In Kali Yuga, it is said that the mortal beings become dull-witted, unlucky, voracious, destitute of wealth, wanton, and unchaste. Countries will be ravaged by miscreants. The Vedas will be condemned by heretics. Kings will exploit the subjects. Rulers will be men-eaters, and twice-borns like Brahmins will be given to the gratification of their sexual desires and other appetites. The living incarnation, as Paramashiva promises his beloved friend and disciple in the Bhagavad-Gita when he incarnated on the planet Earth as Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Whenever there is a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, at that time I myself will manifest on earth. And being cognizant of the fear caused by the asuras who were rampaging the planet Earth, Paramashiva decided it was time to come down and protect those who love him. It was thus Paramashiva, the one who is Nishkala, who is a formless as Lingotbhava, descended as the 1008th incarnation onto planet Earth and assumed the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And in the Arunachala Mahatmyam, it describes the shaft of effulgence, the Tejastamba, which manifested such that it was perceived as a linga. And this effulgence of Paramashiva is worshipped by all the gods, the Surarachitam. And let us look at the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as Lingotbhava, the Sadhakanam. In this way, Shiva, who is Nishkala, without any body and parts, who is the ultimate supreme being, who is the established in creation, who is the cause of the creation of the universe, assumes a body out of his free will for the protection of the universe and for the welfare of the spiritual seekers and the devotees. And the Lingotbhava from the advent of time has happened on the Kartikeya Deepam. Kartikeya Deepam is the day when Paramashiva stood as the infinite light shaft. And from Kartikeya Deepam to Shivaratri, Brahma and Vishnu were searching for the 4 yugas. On Shivaratri day, they come back and surrender and declare their inability. It is on this day Paramashiva blesses and liberates Vishnu and punishes and ultimately liberates Brahma. Kartikeya Deepam is the celebration in memory of that big bang. And as per the Vedic calendar, the day of Kartikeya Deepam is the first day. The constellation is the oldest constellation that they are able to pull to push their intelligence. Beyond this, they are not able to push. Their calculation method is failing. So in a way, the concept of time, the Big Bang, happened on the day of Kartikeya Deepam. The concept of time did not exist before the day Paramashiva manifested as the Lingotbhava. That is why Kartikeya Deepam is the oldest festival. The consciousness, when it stood as a light beam and created time, matter, everything, we call this the Big Bang. And that is why the Vedic rishis are also able to predict constellations, star setup, only till the day of Kartikeya Deepam. And the sun, we know, is the junior to the Lingotbhava, the infinite shaft of light of Arunachala. The Big Bang, after the sun, born 20 cooled to support life. This happened around 17 galactic years back. That is when the Anandaganga, the core of the Big Bang, cooled and appeared as Arunachala on planet Earth. We are in now, and where this body manifested. This is in the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. And he continues on. It was neither dark nor light-filled, as an indeterminate color covered planet Earth. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism describes the descent of his body as the Lingotbhava. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism describes a world where darkness covered darkness. I saw the cosmos. Suddenly, a bright light appeared from a region which I now see as southern India. At that time, I did not know where it was. Borders are what we draw. Where is their border in the cosmos? I entered that light in the form of a brilliant meteor. At the very next sight that I perceived with my inner eye was Arunachala, and I knew that I had assumed the body once more. I had entered the womb of my mother. The reflection on planet Earth happened. It was a conscious birth. And let us understand the genesis of the Nitya Yuga. As promised, when there was a big chaos and stagnance in the cosmos due to Brahma and Vishnu's delusion, Paramashiva himself descended to planet Earth, causing a big bang as Lingotbhava and manifesting the entire universe. To save humanity from the delusion of Kali Yuga, Paramashiva has, as Lingotbhava, descended onto planet Earth as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam, to create a new age with the Big Bang, the Nitya Yuga, in the very same Tiruvannamalai. So let us understand why we need Guru in our lives, why the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has manifested as Guru in our lives to guide us. So the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference from the Guru-Gita, describes the supreme state is easily attained by those who think of nothing else but me. Therefore, strive to the utmost to propitiate the Guru. So who is a Guru? The Guru or Master Yakti, a person as you imagine. He is a tattva, a physical representation of the divine. In the Vedic tradition, the spiritual teacher, the Guru or the master, is said to be more important than God himself. God is always and everywhere, but it is the Guru who opens the disciples' eyes to God. The master is the one's own experience of the divine. Always remember the Guru's form. Constantly repeat the divine's name given by the Guru. Always follow the Guru's commands. Think of nothing other than the Guru. And the Guru-Gita continues on. Out of compassion for you, I shall tell you how the embodied soul becomes Brahman, having been purified of all sins by serving the feet of the Sri Guru. So all that you have to do is make yourself available to receive the divine grace, the blessings of the Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, Paramashiva himself, who has descended as Lingotbhava, as the promise given to humanity to continuously appear and continuously guide humanity again and again, to guide them into the new age, to give the superconscious breakthrough. So let us listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself speaking on the importance of making yourself available to the Guru.
I am sitting with each one of you personally, individually, and making myself available. This being is now available to all of you, to each one of you. I am making myself available to each one of you. To each one of your being. Now the relationship is absolutely between you and me. It is absolutely you and me. Allow me to fill you. Allow my being inside you. When you start tasting my being, all your past fears, greeds, powerlessness, everything will just become irrelevant. You will be showered with the boons you aspired for and you can never even imagine. You will understand the highest, ultimate dimensions of the life and universe. If you have been begging for a few tons of gold, you are going to be granted hills of diamonds. Not just few tons of gold which you are aspiring, hills of diamonds. Beyond you can even ask or imagine. All your fears and greeds will become irrelevant. The first thing Paramashiva's being, me, going to do in you all, manifest my state, space, powers intensely. Make yourself available for every session. Nothing else is needed. Just make yourself available. Anyone makes yourself available, I'll make myself available to you. All the words I am uttering are mantra. I am not going to give you any teaching. I am not going to give you any technique. I am just directly uttering every word which is mantra to manifest in your being. I am manifesting Paramashiva, myself completely, so your brain can mirror these neuron activities. Understand?
So now let us understand how we can manifest Lingotbhava instantly. So we will go through some of the ornaments of the Bhagavan Lingotbhava. So if you would like to submit your prayer request to Bhagavan Lingotbhava, you can go to the tiny.cc/BSD prayer request and submit any of your prayers that you would like to ask for blessings. So in preparation to receive the darshan of Lingotbhava, we can prepare ourselves with the various naivedyams that we can offer, which include the black gram, the urad dal vada, the black sesame seed laddu, and the sugar sweets, and the dried fruits. So if you would like, you can take a few moments and get yourself prepared for this darshan by preparing yourself with these naivedyams. I will give a few moments to prepare yourself and start the preparation of these naivedyams. Yes, we can move on to the next slide, please. So let us understand the manifestation of Lingotbhava through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhan, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So Bhavasamadhi Darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, darshan at the moment when we are lifted out of the space and time. So bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through the meditation on the avatar. So the Bhavasamadhi Darshan, our neurons During the Bhavasamadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. The mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing and without the physical act of imitation. That is our entire body silently and without movement recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. And the science of Bhavasamadhi Darshan knows no distance, a phenomenon modern science is just now discovering in terms as quantum tunneling. Our thoughts per second reduces significantly and we relax into the space beyond thoughts, the thoughtlessness becoming mentally at ease in coexisting dimensions beyond duality. We and the divine become one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. And a science that Einstein could not believe, and today researchers are exploring it to be true. Let us watch this research by Caltech about the quantum entanglement is simplified.
When people talk about the universe, they usually mean the vast expanse of space, billions of light years across, that they can see with radio telescopes and cosmic imaging.
They think about stars and galaxies and planets and all the big stuff out there.
You have astronomical bodies moving under the force of gravity.
There are laws of nature, and you think that the laws are right once and for all.
However, there is another universe, an unseen world that governs everything we see.
When we go down in size, trillions of times smaller, to the microscopic world, the rules are much less intuitive than the ones we're used to from the large-scale world.
The magic of the microscopic universe begins at about a 10/1000th of a meter, or the size of an atom. Matter behaves so differently at this level that scientists have developed an entirely new set of rules to describe what's going on. They call it quantum theory, and what it says is extraordinary.
This baseball represents a subatomic particle, like an electron or a photon of light, that routinely does all sorts of weird, strange things in the microscopic universe. The subatomic version of this baseball can be invisible, can go through solid objects with ease, can be in multiple places at the same time, and can seemingly go backwards in time and change the past. This means I could throw this microscopic baseball to first base and to home plate at the same time, or change the seemingly predetermined outcome of a play while it's still going on. Now, this is the stuff of science fiction, but really, we know it to be true, or at least it appears to be true in our quantum world. We get all sorts of weird things happening.
If scientists can understand how these weird things work, they'll be able to put them to use in our everyday world, revolutionizing modern computing and perhaps even allowing us to communicate across the cosmos instantly. The key to making these miracles come true is a process called quantum entanglement, and scientists are already harnessing this astounding discovery for both civilian and military purposes.
In quantum physics, what happens to an object over here can instantly affect an object over here, and over here could be millions of miles.
Yes, we can continue playing the video. Sorry about that. So we will be right back with that video. And as we prepare for this Bhavasamadhi Darshan, we will be first entering into the offerings segment, where we can learn how we can connect more deeply with Bhagavan Lingotbhava. As we all know, Bhagavan Lingotbhava, Paramashiva himself, has promised to humanity that he will always make himself available, that he will always be available as the hill Arunachala, the Linga, the Arunachaleshwara Linga, and as the Guru, the incarnation of Paramashiva, and the blessing in our lives that we get to have the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, the incarnation of Paramashiva himself, as our Guru, as he has promised to continuously guide us, to continuously bless us, to continuously give us the enlightenment experience, and to continuously bring humanity the superconscious breakthrough. And for that, we have the opportunity to show our gratitude, to show our love, to offer our utmost devotion at the feet of Bhagavan Lingotbhava. And now we will enter into the offerings segment. So the visual representation of Paramashiva is described in the Kamikagama in the Purvapada. The 5 faces, 10 shoulders, effulgence of crystal, 3 eyes, tranquil composure, crest adorned with crescent moon, locks of matted hair, bound with the serpent, mounted on the lion throne, constituted of mantras, seated on the white lotus designed on the throne, adorned with the various ornaments such as the earrings, the karnika, the hara, the kati sutra, the bandhana, the keira, the kataka, the channa and others. The eternal, supremely beautiful and auspiciously charming, face beautified with the gentle smile, holding the trident, the parashu, the karad, the vajra, and the fire in his right hands, holding the abhaya mudra, the pasha, kanta, naga, and the ankusha in his left hands. Or the weapons held in the hands are told in a different way. The varada mudra, the abhaya mudra, the kadavanga, the shakti, and the shula in the right hands, the damaru, the sarpa, the akshamala, and the indravara flower in the left hands. Lord Sadashiva should be meditated as associated with all the lineaments. So offering anything to the lotus feet of Paramashiva is the giving of a divine gift of pure love, devotion, and oneness. And it consists of 2 parts: the giving, which is done by the disciple, and of course, the accepting, which is done by Guru or God. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offering is not made out of fear nor greed. It is purely from this space of love and devotion and gratitude for the divine happening in our lives. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for only the purpose of enlightenment. And as Bhagavan Lingotbhava has promised, again and again he will land, and again he will guide us to the experience of enlightenment. And as part of his Leela, these offerings have been made available to each and every single one of us. So let us look at some of the offerings that we can make to Bhagavan Lingotbhava. The first offering is the Sankalpa offering, which is the pramana for the Sankalpa offering is described in the Shiva Sankalpa Suktam in verse 2 from Rigveda. And it's described, the means by which a man who wants to do good, whose senses are stilled and who is wise and diligent, becomes proficient in the yajnas and other karmas established by the shastras, and also that which is the principal and most revered of the means of knowledge. My mind, may you have good intentions. And this is from the Rigveda. So the offering of the Sankalpa, which is the conscious resolution at the feet of the divine, is a sacred and conscious act of aligning our straying mind into empowering our declarations with the auspicious will, power, and manifesting energy of the divine to manifest our intentions into reality and for living an enlightened and spiritual lifestyle. So the next offering that we can offer at the feet of Bhagavan Lingotbhava is the Rudraksha Mala. And the pramana for this translates, salutations to the eternal lingam, which is worshipped by the gods, and the best of the sages, which burns the desires, which is compassionate, and which is destroyed the pride of demon Ravana. Salutations to that eternal lingam. And the offering of the Rudraksha Mala to Lingotbhava, and you can be blessed to offer eternal guidance, to have the eternal guidance, and to remove delusion and travel on the path of auspicious life forever. And you can visit tiny.cc/BSD Lingotbhava to make your offering. And the Rudraksha is known, sorry, we can go back to the last slide. The Rudraksha is known as the teardrop of Paramashiva. It is a storehouse of enlightened energy, which it can radiate forever. So the next offering that we can make is the Swarina Kasu, which is the pure gold coin, with one name of 108 auspicious names of Shiva. And the pramana for this translates, salutations to the eternal Shivalingam, which is decorated with gold and other precious gems, which is adorned with the best of the serpents wrapped around it, and which destroyed the grand sacrifice, yajna of Daksha. I salute that eternal Shivalingam. And you can offer a gold coin with a unique name, one of the 108 names of Paramashiva Lingotbhava, inscribed on it, and receive the blessings of those qualities radiating and manifesting in your life. Each name of Paramashiva, of Bhagavan Lingotbhava, is a description of his various forms, of his various qualities. And each of these kasus, these gold coins, will have inscribed on it one of the various names of Paramashiva, which when you offer one of these Swarina kasus, these golden coins, you can experience that same quality, that same aspect of Paramashiva in your own being, whether it is the pure compassion of Paramashiva, or it is the eternal bliss of Paramashiva, or it is the the knowledge of Paramashiva, whatever aspect or quality that you want to experience of Paramashiva, the offering of this Swarina Kasu, the offering of this pure gold coin with the name inscribed of Paramashiva will give you that same experience. So you can offer one or any number of coins in various sizes, with each one inscribed with the auspicious names of the Paramashiva Lingotbhava. And you can offer in the $75, the $150 gold coin, or the $250 gold coin. And the next offering is the Swarina Mantra Kasu, the pure gold coin with the Mrityunjaya Mantra on it. And the translation of this, the Mrityunjaya Mantra: salutations to that fragrant Shiva of 3 eyes, the one who nourishes all living entities. May he help us sever our bondage with samsara by making us realize that we are never separated from our immortal nature. The Mrityunjaya Mantra, which was chanted to literally liberate you from the cycle of birth and death, has been, you can offer this Mrityunjaya Mantra on the pure gold coin to also have this same experience, to literally liberate you from this bondage of samsara and to make you realize your immortal nature. So offer this gold coin to be protected from untimely deaths, accidents, and untoward incidents. Receive the blessings to have protection of Paramashiva for yourself and for your family. And of course, the offering of the Pratiksha Pada Puja to the lotus feet of the Guru himself. So this offering, the pramana for this offering translates, this is from the Guru Ashtakam, which was written by Adi Shankaracharya himself. The translation of this verse: wife, wealth, sons, grandsons, and all such, home and kindred, all these things may be there. Yet if one's mind is not centered upon the lotus feet of the Guru, what then, what then, what then? And Adi Shankaracharya beautifully explains, you may have everything in the world, a beautiful life, a beautiful wife, and all the wealth, all the sons and the grandsons, all of your entire vamsha may be beautifully secured in your life. You may have a beautiful home, you may have a beautiful car, you may have everything that you could want, but if your heart is not fixed upon the Guru's feet, then what is the use of all of these things? What is the use of all of your possessions, your relationships, everything, if you do not have the happening of Guru in your life, if you do not recognize the happening of Guru in your life? So offer the Pratiksha Pada Puja and receive the auspicious blessings for a strong and intense Guru-disciple relationship. And you can experience the greatest happening in your life, the happening of Guru in your life. And of course, when you have Guru when you have Avatar as Guru, when you have the incarnation of Lingotbhava, Paramashiva himself as Guru, it is the Uttamam, the greatest of the greatest happenings that you could have in your life. So us being the most blessed disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism have the greatest blessing of having Avatar as Guru, as having Paramashiva Lingotbhava himself as Guru in our lives. So if you would like to celebrate this happening in your life, and if you would like to strengthen that connection with Guru, you can offer the Pratiksha Pada Puja at the lotus feet of the Guru himself. And the next offering is the Jatalankara Seva, which is a offering of pure love and devotion to the Guru to manifest, to protect, and guide the disciples on the journey of enlightenment. So the Jada Alankara Seva, which is the offering of the Alankar to the Jatas of the Guru, is a beautiful offering that each of us can make. As we see every day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji himself, appearing every day, blessing us and guiding us. We can see the beautiful ornaments that adorn his jatas. And if you would like to offer one of these ornaments, you can sign up today and offer the beautiful ornaments for adorning the jatas of Swamiji himself, and receive all the auspiciousness in your life. The next offering is the Vastra Alankara Seva, which is described as the Guru should beautify the linga with the 3-stranded sacred thread, the upper garment and the waistband. He should adorn the linga with golden cloth and golden belt. And traditionally, this seva is offered for better physical and mental well-being and healing from any illnesses. So you can offer the Vastra Alankara Seva to the feet of Bhagavan Lingotbhava and receive the blessings of strong physical and mental well-being and the healing of any illnesses in your life. The next, so let us understand the significance of the divine element of gold. Many offerings, as many of you may know, are done in gold. In any temple that you go to, in any organization, in anywhere you go, usually when we are offering something to the divine, whether it is the Guru or God, we usually offer in gold. So let us understand why we offer in gold. What is the significance of the divine element of gold? And the Atharva Veda describes, triply born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni is one. It becomes dearest to fell away from Soma when it was hurt. One they call the seed of virtuous and powerful Apaha, the watery molecules. Let that triple gold be for your long life. Gold is a divine element. It purifies anything that it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power. It has the power of healing and enlightenment. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. Gold is a permanent and most auspicious gift for eternal transformation of not only the one who wears or the one who breathes the air around it, but more importantly, for the one who gives the offering of gold.
And today we have so many different value gold that we associate. We always give a value for gold. However, we always fail to see the sacred value for gold. Gold is actually present in all the scriptures, the Agamas, the Vedas, the Shastras, the Shrutis, the Smritis, the Itihasas and Puranas. And in all of the scriptures, it is abundantly displayed and literally considered as the purest metal, which can literally purify our very being. It is even the gold rituals are offered as the ritual feast. The gold is offered in the ritual feast. And even when one was to be saved, gold was offered as a ritual offering. And gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities. Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of the rivers of gold. And in this river was called the Hiranyamaya in the Rig Veda, and the river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavartani in the Atharva Veda. So therefore, gold is a supreme element for offering gifts to the ones whom we love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years. It literally lasts forever. Continuing on. So let us understand the different offerings in gold that we have for Bhagavan Bhagavan Lingotbhava today. And you'll see that many of these offerings are things that we are offering in gold, because when we place value and sacred value in our relationship with the divine, we are making it out of gratitude for the divine. Now, the Swarina Bhilva Patra is the first offering that you see here. And there's a beautiful verse here that says from the Shiva Purana that it is said that offering one bilva leaf to Bhagavan Paramashiva is equivalent to donating 1,000 or even the most auspicious Kanyadhan. So actually it's a very, very auspicious offering. We can go on. And the Bilva Patra is regarded as a favorite of Lord Paramashiva. And the Bilva tree is also considered to be sacred to Bhagavan Paramashiva. And the Bilva leaf, or the Patra as it is known, represents the Trinetra, or the three eyes of Bhagavan Paramashiva. The Girija lives on the root of the tree, Maheshwari on its shoulders, and the Dakshinayani on its branches, Parvati amongst its leaves, Katyayani in its fruit, Gauri in its flowers, while in its thorns the numerous Shaktis find a home. And such a beautiful way to describe the beauty, elegance, and the power of the Bilva tree. We also have here the Swarina Padma Pishpam, and that is the Golden Lotus. And there's hundreds of scriptural references for the Golden Lotus being offered. And here we have a verse that says, Kunkuma Chandana Lepitalingam Pankajahara Susobitalingam Sanchita Papa Vinashanalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. It says, salutations to the eternal Shivalingam, which is associated with saffron and sandal paste and beautifully decorated with the garlands of lotuses, that which destroys the accumulated sins of several lives. I salute the eternal Shivalingam. So that was the beautiful verse from the Lingashtakam. And then we'll go on to the next slide. And as I was saying, there are hundreds of scriptural references for using the lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. And almost everything that involves the consecration of Paramashiva Linga, or the worship of Paramashiva Linga, or meditating on the Paramashiva, or the mudras and asanas during the worship of Paramashiva involves the lotus flower, the lotus pericarp, the lotus petals, and lotus is always a divine flower. The Shakti of Paramashiva is also called as a lotus, and the base of the Paramashiva Linga is also the lotus. And you can offer this golden lotus in any size which you wish and be blessed to have the state, space, being, and powers of Lingotbhava in any situation in your life. And another offering that is available for each and every one of you is the Tulavaram, the Atharva Veda Parishishta describes the Tulabharam as a ceremonial way to offer the Tulabharam of the Hiranya Garbha, and offering of 1,000 cows as the Mahadana, the supreme offering. And in the Matsya Purana, it also says that the Tula Purusha, or the ceremonial offering of the Tulabharam, as the Mahadana, or as the most supreme offering. In Hinduism, the traditional way of offering is known to be as the Tulabharam, the sacred act of offering an item equivalent to the deity or to the guru. Offerings can be various, like flowers, bilva, tulsi, the dates, banana, books, silver, or even gold. So giving this for the sake of giving, to open up and receive Paramashiva, is the Hindu way of giving. So you can offer this as well. And this is the highest offering as per the Hindu scriptures, and highest offering is gold. So gold has the highest ability to hold the radiate energy, and offering the right context brings about the highest completion. So offering the silver also purifies the very being and blesses one with the completion, with wealth and health and blissful enlightenment lifestyle forever. Yes, moving on. So here are several different options we have for the offering of the Tulabharam. We had the organic rice, jaggery, coffee even, and oil, as well as honey. Going on. We also have the Swarina Patika Mala. And we have another verse here from the this is from the Agamas, where it literally, the translation says, 5 faces, 10 shoulders, effulgence of crystal, 3 eyes, tranquil composure, crest adorned with the crescent moon, locks of matted hair bound with the serpent, mounted on the lion throne, constituted of the mantras, seated on the white lotus, designed on the throne, adorned with the various ornaments such as the earrings, the karnika, the hara, the katasutra, bandhana, keyura, kataka, Chanarva, and others, eternal age of 16 years, supremely beautiful and auspiciously charming. Yes, we can go on to the next slide. And we have a verse here from the Sri Vaidyanatha Ashtakam. And the translation says, I salute that God, Shiva, who is the king among the physicians, who wears the flow of Ganga and the moon on his head, who has 3 eyes and who is killed, the god of love and death, and who is worshipped by all devas. Offering Swarina Ganga to Vaidishvara bestows the blessings to wash away any janmas of impurities and karmas, to experience health and wellness. This is the Swarina Ganga. And the Swarina Naghabharana, the golden snake. Another verse from the Lingashtakam. Now I'd like to chant. Kanaka Mahamani Bhushita Lingam Panipati Veshtita Shobhita Lingam Daksha Suyajna Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam. And here it means salutations to that eternal Shiva Lingam, which is decorated with the gold after the precious gems, which is adorned with the best of serpents wrapped around it, and the one who destroyed the grand sacrifice of Daksha. Salutations to that eternal Shiva Lingam. And here we have another offering, the Swarina Naghabharana, the golden snake, which you can offer. And the golden snake, again, is referred in the verse which I just chanted of the Lingashtakam. And let me just chant that verse just as a reminder. Kanaka Mahamani Bhushita Lingam Panipati Veshtita Shobhita Lingam Daksha Suyajna Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam. And you can offer the golden snake to adorn Paramashiva and be blessed with the awakened Kundalini to have the best health and clarity in making the right decisions regarding health, wealth, and relationships. And this is the next offering, which is the Swarina Chandra. And the Swarina Chandra is actually referred in the Sri Vaidyanatha Ashtakam again, where it says, I salute that Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the king among physicians, who wears the flow of Ganga and on the moon on his head, who has 3 eyes and who had killed the god of love and death and who is worshipped by all devas. This is the moon that the Lingotbhava Paramashiva wears gracefully upon his head. The moon represents the compassionate, friendly, loving, and ever-healing presence and peaceful nature of Paramashiva. And we have next the Swarina Haram. Yes, and again, this verse is repeated, and the Swarina Haram is the offering of garlands or malas of gold to adorn the Shivalinga and be blessed to have the eternal wealth and auspiciousness and life of enlightenment in the space of Paramashiva Loka. And yes, we can go on to the next offering. Now we have the Swarina Kirita, and in the Kamikagama Purvapada, verse 429, there is a verse which says that the linga should be adorned with three-striped sheet made of gold, gold crown and dhruva grass made of gold, a number of flowers made of gold and such other ornaments. Offer the Kiritam to Vaidishvara to heal all the relationships in all dimensions. Yes, we can go on. And we have the next is Swarina Pinaka Pani. And another verse from the Sri Vaidyanatha Ashtakam. I salute that Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the king among physicians, who is the lover of devotees, and who has destroyed the 3 cities, who holds the bow called Pinaka, who destroys enmity and negativity daily, and who plays in the world of humans. Offering the Swarina Pinaka blesses one to directly resolve enmity, litigation, and to remove negative influences in our life. Yes, let's move on. We also have here the Swarina Trishulam, and another verse from the Kamikagama where it says, the trident denotes his 3 qualities, Tattva, Rajas, and Tamas, functioning in the pure realm. The Parashu denotes his nature of eternal existence. Khadga represents his invincible prowess. After the Trishula, which is a symbol of getting you rid of all the impossibilities, and through the Trishul, he removes all impossibilities and creates all the new possibilities to rejuvenate health. And here we have the offering of the Lingotbhava, all the different offerings that you can make today. As you can see, there's so many different options that you have. You don't have to feel at all that you might not be able to make an offering due to any kind of constraint. You can offer any of these offerings. And next, we will be coming to a conclusion of segment, and we'll just be showing you the link, as you can see here, at tiny.cc/bsd-Lingotbhava. You can go there to make any of these offerings, and it's just a very quick three-step process in order for you to make an offering right away. Yes, moving on. Yes, as you can see, these are more of the offerings, and we can move on. And I'd also like to remind all the viewers once again that you can make the e-hundi offering, and you can make this either through the YouTube super chat, or you can make it through the link which is provided. So I recommend, even if you're on YouTube right now, if you're joining us from YouTube, then you can make a e-hundi donation through the YouTube super chat. Yes, the next slide, please. And also, I'd request if we can briefly show the link for the online payment. If any of you are ready for making a payment right now, you can go to tiny.cc/Bhavasamadhi or BSD-Lingotbhava, and you'll be able to directly make a payment right there. It's a very, very easy process for you. Yes, so as you can see here, we have the Bhavasamadhi Darshan form, and this is the first form. If you go to tiny.cc/BSD Bhavasamadhi Darshan, if you are interested in perhaps making an offering after some time, after a few days or maybe a few weeks, maybe for your birthday or a special occasion, we can stay tuned for the next Bhavasamadhi Darshan, for the next Lingotbhava Darshan, which will be the next Pradosham. And you can always offer at a future time, and keep yourself in touch with us and ensure that you're getting the information as soon as we have more and more offerings available. So you can go ahead and fill out this registration form. And then we also have the payment form. Yes, we'll be showing that in just a little bit. Yes, so as you can see, this is the payment gateway for the Lingotbhava Bhavasamadhi Darshan. You can go to this payment gateway and easily be able to make a donation immediately. So you can go here, select the offerings that you'd like to make, and then add that to your cart. Yes, and then you can simply proceed to check out after you have reviewed all the items in your cart. Then you'll be able to fill out your billing and payment details. Yes, so that brings us to a conclusion of this segment in today's program in the different offerings that you can make to Bhagavan Lingotbhava on this very, very auspicious occasion. Once again, it's an extremely auspicious occasion to have the darshan of Bhagavan Lingotbhava. And I invite each and every one of you to either you can make a hundi donation or any one of these offerings today that are extremely profound and helpful and can actually help you transform in life. Understand that Sanatana Hindu Dharma is a religion of gratitude. Nowadays, in our daily life, all of our relationships have become a negotiation, a business. And unfortunately, we are continuously seeing all of our relationships as a business. If you would like to transcend these kinds of we can easily transcend the way that each and every one of you relate with the divine through these offerings. And I'd like, if I can request the NTV volunteer, if you can just show the slide for the links so that any of the viewers can go ahead and go to these links for more information about the offerings that you can make. And I'll be speaking a little bit more on the various different offerings. Yes, thank you so much, Ma. So as you can see, a lot of different offerings are available for you here. And there's a beautiful story from the Guaranteed Solutions book that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself authored and has spoken about in spoken on that content from in any of the Ananda Swarina programs or the Life Bliss programs. If you have attended, you know this book attends to every single chakra in our bodies and how to transcend our daily conflict, inner conflicts that we might make our reality as we want it. And there's a chapter called From Discontentment to Gratitude. And in this, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had beautifully narrated a story about once when there was a man who was praying to God, and he was just asking God, God, please give me $10 million. I will ensure that if you give me this $10 million, I will donate to your shrine and to you 20% of the $10 million. If you don't believe me, he went on to say, if you don't believe me, you can take $2 million for yourself and I'll have the rest of the $8 million. Understand that each and every one of us is dealing with our relationship, even our items, our day-to-day useful things as a utility value. We're only seeing what we can get out of it, and we only want exactly what we want out of it, and not willing to even budge a little bit from our negotiation. And we won't want to change ourselves or change anything inside of us. We'll always continuously demand from the universe. And actually, if you see, we have literally become continuously asking. And even our relationship with God becomes continuously asking. And there's also another story where from this book, the Guaranteed Solutions book by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where he narrates saying, once a king was offering prayers in the court before he had gone to the court to give alms to all the beggars. And the beggars had come and they had all taken alms. And then there was one person who did not want to take, and he just, stayed away and stayed back and didn't ask for anything. And the king asked the beggar, what is this? Why did you not come and take the alms from me? And he said, when I came here, see, I am myself a beggar. I go and beg every single person for money and for food. But when I came here and I saw first that you yourself are begging, I don't understand why. Why should I take from you if begging is even what you do? Now understand that all of our dealings, even our relationship with God, has become simply just begging. We ask, and even nowadays, we don't even take a moment to realize actually what existence has given us, what the divine, what Paramashiva, and of course, incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has given each and every one of us. We never see this as a reality, and we continuously are asking and demanding first. And even in our prayers, it's become continuously asking. Understand that even in religion, there is a religion of prayer and a religion of gratitude. When you begin to make a religion, when you start to continuously pray, even in your religion or your religious belief, it'll not pave the way for your transformation. It'll continuously be like pouring nectar or pouring water into a bucket with a hole. Even when you are fulfilled, you'll go on to ask, what's next? What can I ask next from from existence or from the next person or from whatever it is. All of our relationships are like this. And it's a deeply rooted, unfulfilled feeling inside of us that has become normalized by society. Even consumeristic society nowadays is continuously feeding us with the next developments, with the next latest technology. And we're not even seeing how much we are using up the natural resources of the earth and not seeing how we can have a more sustainable lifestyle, and continuously not even seeing how much we are demanding from the resources, from human resources, from natural resources, and continuously using it up without even once caring about the consequences. Understand that this has been going on for millennia, this continuously greedy, asking based mentality that starts just from us, starts from our deep discontentment with our reality, with what we feel inside. We never take a moment and decide that we should be grateful for whatever we have gotten in life, and we decide what we need. There's two stories that I would like to narrate again, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had written in this book. So one day, a geography teacher had been sharing with all of her students all the 7 different wonders of the world. They went over the pyramids in Egypt. They went over the Taj Mahal. They went over the Great Wall of China, and they saw all these man-made great structures that we consider as the 7 wonders of the world. And there was one student who was sitting in the back of the classroom, and she was not really interested in the conversation, and she was just looking confused, a little bit non-involved, and not convinced entirely that of the teacher as well. So the teacher asked her, "What's going on? Why are you quiet and not participating in this exciting conversation about the 7 wonders of the world?" And she said, "Surely there can't be 7. There has to be more than just 7 wonders of the world. And for me, it's not just these that I can see, that I can hear, that I can speak, that I can enjoy my life, that I can love another person, love other things. That is the 7 wonders of the world for me." And beautifully, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism tells us, after he narrated the story in the chapter in this book, the Guaranteed Solutions book, he tells us that we don't understand in our lives how much the universe has manifested us until this moment. And even if you see evolutionarily, we have been a continuous, persistent fervor for life, and we are literally the product of thousands of years of evolution and life generating around us. And today, what we enjoy as human beings itself, if we see, we speak, we smell, we hear, that itself is something that we should be grateful for. But how many of us spend time every single day to be grateful for these things? There's another beautiful story that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had narrated in this chapter called Discontentment to Gratitude from Guaranteed Solutions. And he says that literally beautifully, there's a story where a man was having a dream at the end of his life. He is maybe 50 to 60 years old, and he was having a dream, and he saw his entire life like a seashore, like a beach. And he saw that continuously, he was a very faithful man, and he always, he always believed that God was with him, and that God had him no matter what. And he had that faith in God. And he had seen in this vision that he had, where he had seen 2 pairs of feet walking along the beach. And he continuously saw 2 pairs of footsteps walking along. And but at the times when in his life when he was feeling depressed and lonely, hopeless and desperate in the world, in that time, literally, he was feeling like, how could I be alone in those times? And he suddenly prayed to God, and he said, God, how could you leave me in these times? How could you leave me when I really needed you the most? And suddenly God responded to him, saying, understand, it is not your footsteps that are on the beach at those times. I was the one who is carrying you through those times. What you are seeing is not your footsteps, but mine. Understand, this is such a beautiful way that we should see life and the universe. And these offerings that you can make, offering out of gratitude, is simply offering a gratitude for God, for Paramashiva, for existence, being there with us no matter what. All of the Kailashrians across the world who see Guru, who see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as our Guru, we should first understand that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, no matter what, has always been there with us. And for myself, and I know for many of you, we have always been for many years now, even for some of us 5 to 6 years, for some of us even to 10 to 15 years, been with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, been a devoted devotee of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We all see he is our Guru and he is our God. And we might forget that he has been out our lives. But understand, even in our times, when we are feeling depressed, lonely, it is not us that we are alone in those times, but just because we got through. If we know we got through those moments, it is Swamiji has literally carried us through those times. And each and every one of us can make an offering today out of our utmost gratitude that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has carried us ultimately through these extreme times. Such a beautiful sacred sentiment is gratitude that we often forget in our lives, especially when we're leading a lifestyle of complete consumerism, and we're not even once taking a minute to see how we can offer our gratitude, not even once even Thanksgiving has become a market for giving thanks and gratitude, but it's not actually an experience. Many of us we celebrate Thanksgiving once a year, but every single moment, every single day, every single moment of our lives, we should be grateful for what the Lord, what the existence has done for us. And there are two different types of religions in the world: the religion of prayer and the religion of gratitude. Any one of these offerings that we have gone over today is a very, very powerful way that you can experience gratitude and understand that gratitude is nothing but a jumping board, a jumping board for you to experience oneness in your life. So I invite each and every one of you once again, can we go to the slide with the links, all the different links? I'd like to briefly show all the different links. So as you can see, these are all the different offerings. Thank you so much, Ma. Really appreciate your patience. And I'd also like to briefly go over how you can make an e-hundi offering. So in the registration form here, we have several different options. The registration form is for you if you're interested in making an offering, or if you need help in manifesting or you want more details. I encourage you, each and every one of you, to register. And can we also, if we can go to and screen share the YouTube, I'd like to show the viewers how you can make an e-hundi offering. And we can briefly show it a live YouTube video. And if you are joining in with us from Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, I invite you to come join us on YouTube, and you can make an e-hundi offering right away. You can simply offer your gratitude to Devi, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and Bhagavan Lingotbhava. In just a few minutes, we are going to be starting a very powerful process for the Bhagavan Lingotbhava Darshan. Yes, thank you so much, Ma. I really appreciate that you're able to bring that up for us. So each and every one of you who's watching, as you can see, we have Kailasa's, if we can go to Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, that is our main YouTube channel. Yes, should be here. So Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel is the main YouTube channel. As you can see, you can just put that in your in the search engine for YouTube, and you will see the channel. And then you can right under that see the live Lingotbhava Bhavasamadhi Darshan, which is here. We can go ahead and click on that, and then yes, thank you so much. So for all of you who are watching, as you can see, you can make a donation, and I see many of you have already are making donations right now. And I also invite, if you made your donation, I invite each and every one of you to also join us right now for the Varalakshmi Vrata special live Bhavasamadhi Darshan of Devi Parashakti, which will be starting in just some time. We'll be able to have the grace and the darshan of Devi Parashakti herself manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. It's a very, very, very auspicious occasion for us to join in, and I invite each and every one of you. Of course, it is a completely free program, and you can join in the link provided below. Please register at events.kailasa.org, and you can go ahead and do that. And so as you can see, this is Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, and I invite each and every one of you to make sure that you subscribe to our channel, and you can like this channel as well. Sorry, like this video. Also, an option join as a you will be able to, once you join as a member, you can make a donation on the YouTube Super Chat. So as you can see, we have the dollar sign. You can click on that and make an offering. And an offer through Super Chat. And you can either pay through YouTube, credit card, or through PayPal. Of paying through PayPal as well, that is also an option for you to pay. So yes, now we are going to go into the next program. The Bhavasamadhi the Bhavasamadhi. We will be entering into for Bhavasamadhi Darshan for each and every one of you who is watching. In this next 1 hour, we are going to be preparing the Bhavasamadhi Darshan, and we are going to literally be entering into the Darshan of Lingotbhava. Every one of you, just within a few, we enter a very, very sacred space. You will experience the most beautiful experience of oneness with Bhagavan Lingotbhava. If I can request once again the slides for the Bhavasamadhi Darshan preparation. We'll be entering into understanding what is the Bhavasamadhi Darshan, the science of Bhavasamadhi Darshan, and also we'll be understanding how we can be able to experience oneness, and how the Bhavasamadhi Darshan is actually a science which can help you and which can ensure that you are transcending all of your different fears, conflicts, depression as well, and anything that you're going we'll be offering the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. Yes, Ma. Thank you, Ma, for getting those slides up for us. And we will be entering into the Shiva Dhyana Mantra in a way that you can experience a very, very beautiful way. We're entering into the divine presence of Bhagavan Lingotbhava. Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra is a very sacred experience. To be able to experience those, and see how it has so many different various benefits, whether it is long-lasting relationship or it is the wealth and abundance, or having so many different kinds of beautiful, transformative relationships, or the long-lasting transformation that you've been yearning for perhaps years, even decades, which you wanted might be. You can experience it through Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. And as we are going into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra, we will be able to relax in the presence of Paramashiva himself. You see that just this mantra has power to really make you into the most powerful version of yourself. So I made and requested each and every one participant who's joining us on YouTube or on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and you can I request yes, so if you are with us, when we are into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra, it's very powerful. You can sit in a very powerful space of take deep breaths, leave all of your burdens, your grief, your suffering, everything might be continuously making you heavy. Leave all of that just for the next 1 hour. And let us into this space. Let us create a space where we are holding the with creating space. Literally, what we're doing right now with this Paramashiva Mantra, and this we'll be entering into, is simply we will be clearing up our inner space, chanting, creating the positive vibration of the Sanskrit, and then we'll be literally then able to understand. It just takes patience, getting ready, and chat with seeing Bhagavan Lingotbhava, the experience inside of you, Bhagavan Lingotbhava. Thank you so much for the slides for us, and thank you for this. Yes. So Bhavasamadhi Darshan, it is not just extreme pontification, but it's a science of the Hindu Dharma. And in the Chaitanya Amrita, Bhagavan Sri describes the Bhavasamadhi Darshan. He says he once saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected in a jewel. He was amazed, unprecedented, astonishing, deep and indescribable sweetness of mind. Alas, I to enjoy its sweetness. Beautiful Bhagavan Sri Krishna. He says, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. But I can't. And I do consideration, I find the only way to realize sweetness constitution of Sri Radhika. I personally like this verse much. It is simply a wonderful experience. Even how Radha enjoys it. It's just a wonderful experience. It's a current of Paramashiva, which is flowing to Radha. Next slide, please. And we have next the Bhavasamadhi Darshan and the understanding for the Bhavasamadhi Darshan. So each of you should first understand that Bhavasamadhi Darshan is the science of Nijavatara, manifesting the consciousness, formless, expressing the being of Paramashiva, and manifests as the Nijavatara, physical form, the embodied form, process experience, Paramashiva. And as an example, Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of the Rajarajashri and manifests the physical form, Devi Meenakshi. And another example, Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses through the being of Subramanya and manifests as the physical form. And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses the being of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and manifests as Nijara, the physical form, supreme pontiff of. And Bhagavan Parandhama expresses the being of Mahavishnu and manifests as Nijavatar, the physical form of Sri Krishna. Avatar, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the being of super consciousness. Being mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatar. The avatar, the physical form, comes to bridge and create experience of consciousness inside of all of us. And the avatar, being none other than the concept of Hinduism, Samadhi Darshan and the Nijavatar, manifesting beings of various dimensions of Paramashiva. The components and the process of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened inside of us. And the dimension of Paramashiva manifesting in the Nijavatar, for us to experience the same is Bhavasamadhi Darshan. The Bhavasamadhi Darshan is the direct experience of costless bliss. And during the Bhavasamadhi Darshan, our very being comes alive and celebrates with the energy wave of existence. Our very muscles learn to imbibe and create Paramashiva. And Bhavasamadhi Darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. And even without much effort from our side, our very biomemory awakens to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness during the Bhavasamadhi Darshan. And to have a glimpse of having the darshan of an avatar cleanses the life karmas and deep and lasting information of each of us. And now, what is the space which we can hold so that we can and consciousness all levels, physical, and ultimately the conscious level. Darshan, meditation, preparation, as a preparation helps us fall into that space of gratitude. And it is during that time we Paramashivoham. Yes. So now let's keep the right context inside of us. Understand, I know you just keep the understanding for everything, and you are in the embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda, and you are in body. You are the source for both. Let me connect you to real and be you. And let's get started into the Bhavasamadhi preparation with the Paramashivoham mantra. I can repeat this nice, but I'm if I can request again the slides for the Paramashivoham mantra to be projected, let us now do the Paramashivoham. Unclutch from all the thoughts inside of you. Unclutch completely. And all the thoughts, all the emotions, to the complete Shiva himself. If we can go to the beginning of these slides. Yeah. Inhale deeply and exhale. Spine and let's now, yes, we can go on. Let's start the Paramashivoham manifested through this mantra, and anyone on behalf of whom or to whom this Paramashivoham mantra is offered on behalf of today will simply receive the blessings and the Bhagavan Lingotbhava. So see that entry gone. And with your head back and spine, straight line. Breathe in and breathe out deeply. As we are chanting this Paramashivoham mantra, just listen with a deep space of receptivity. Let the positive vibrations of the Sanskrit mantras just kindle your energy. You fall in with the Paramashivoham mantra that we will now be chanting, that your whole fall with the Paramashivoham mantra. To begin Paramashivoham. Breathe in and out. Let's get ready for himself in the form of Bhagavan Lingotbhava, Arunachala. Get ready for the Bhagavan Lingotbhava Darshan with this Paramashivoham mantra. Sit in a deep meditative space. Before we enter into the Paramashivoham mantra, make sure that you are incredibly most spaced out and inside of you. Switch off your phone for a few minutes. Now, give this time to yourself to help you experience the ultimate. We'll be shortly entering into this Paramashivoham mantra. So let's get ready and let's ensure are absolutely ready. Turn off your phones just for a few minutes. A few minutes away from your work will not do any harm to you. So make that you're entirely relaxed, and we will be beginning Paramashivoham mantra. Just a few minutes from now, relax completely, and we'll be starting the Paramashivoham mantra. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Namaha. Om Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Anandam Paramasudam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Sarisham Tattamasyadilakhyam Ekam Nityam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
I surrender to that Sadguru who is the eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is the embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure and unshakable, who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions.
Understand, when you make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar, the power of the Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality. Om Mamo Pata Samasta Dritakshe Dhara Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam. I am taking this conscious resolution for destroying all karmas and sins, and in the order to please Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Asya Devasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya who is the God of all gods, who is the greatest of gods, Lord of the universes and multiverses, who is the Lord of the cosmos. Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya, the one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. Adimadhyantarahitastya prameya parakramasya tattvartha gocharasya, the one who is beginning, middle, and end, the one who is immeasurable. Akara ukara makaratmaka pranavatmakasya vrishabharudasya mahadevasya, the one who is the embodiment of the three syllables, the Omkara, the one who is Rishabha as vehicle, the one who is Mahadeva himself, Kamikadi, Vatulanta, Mahathantraksha, Shaivagamasvarupasya, Samagamasvarupasya, Shuddhadvaita Shevasvarupasya, Nithyananda Padasasya, Nithyananda Swarupasya, Shuddha Satchidananda Vigrahasya, Rupa Rupatisasya, Sakala Nishkalasya, Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Akhandadi Shanasya Srinidhi Sameta Srinityanandeshwarya Srinityanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Srinityanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Srinityananda Paramashivasya cha Prityartam Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Pararte Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvadamanvantare Ashtavinshati-tame Nitya Yuge Pratame Pade Jambudvipe Bharata Varshe Bharadak Kandhe Meroho Dakshine Parshve Sakhabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Prabhavadinam Shashyaha Samvatsaranam Madhye Shubhanama Samvatsare Shubhayane Shubharuto Shubhamase Shubhapakshe Asyam Shubhadito Shubhavasarayuktayam Shubhanak Shubha Yoga Shubha Karana Evam Guna Visheshana Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhadito. During this time, the second half of the lifetime of Brahma, during the Kalpa Kausteta Varaha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharata Varsha, the Indian subcontinent called Bharata Kanda, in the southern side of Mount Meru, in the Shaka era, during the year called Lava, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is the practice of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment, Adi Kailase, Kalpa Vrikshasya, Adaha, Nithyananda Nagare, Mrita Smritana, Muktidayake, Mahakshetre. Now, all the participants, we request, whether you are offering for yourself or for someone else, if you are offering for a male, please chant the male names now. Namade Yasya. Now, we request all the participants, whether you are offering for yourself or for someone else, if you are offering for a female, please chant the female names now. Namnya cha Yajamananam avayoho sahakutumbhanam bandhuvarghanam dayadivarghanam mitravarghanam shodaravarghanam samesham sarvabhishta siddhyartam sarvamangala avapyartam uttarotta anavachinna sthiralakshmi prapyartam. Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity, and wealth. Kutumbe sarvesham sarvabhishta siddhyartam chintita manorata avapyartam. Let the family always be all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired to be fulfilled. Samesham adivyadi nivridyartam samesham shiradipada pariyantam vidyamananam sameshu angeshu janita janasya mana sakala vidanana vidayo roganam vyopohartam tadvara aroga drirgatrava puhu siddhyartam. Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the blood body starting from the head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of body be healed. Let a strong disease, less healthy, handsome and disease and let a strong diseaseless, healthy, handsome and graceful body be attained. Samesham parihi kartibhrishya krita karishyamana sakala vida mantra tantra yantra vishachurna abhichara stambhana marana uchchadhana vidveshana vasikarana mantra mantrika prayogebhyah rakshana praptyartam Tadvara samesham sarvabhishta siddhyartam. Let protection be obtained from all the evils of acts performed by people, either in past or yet be performed in the future through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous pills, employing spells for malevolent purposes, like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting and diarrhea, upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning and hypnotizing. Apamrityu dosha nivrityartam, kalamrityu, akalamrityu, durmrityu nivrityartam. Let all the doshas, ill effects related to death, like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death, be removed. Samesham antar drishti, bahi drishti, krura drishti, vyapyara drishti, anukula drishti, pratikula drishti, ityagi sakala vida drishti dosha nivrityartam. Let all the effects of evil eyes from known and unknown filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are well-wishers, and the effects of evil eyes of people who are against our well-being be removed. Samesham anta shatru, bahi shatru, krura shatru, vyapara shatru, anukula shatru, pratikula shatru, ityagi sakala vida shatru bada nivrityartam. Let all the effects of inner enemies and outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, and enemies who work against our well-being be removed. Samesham matrishapadi sakala vidasapanam vyapohanartam. Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed. Anadi avidyavasanaya pravartamane asmin mahati samsara chakre vichitra karmagati vichitrasu yonisu punah punaha anekadha janitva. From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our actions, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange. Kenapi punya karma visheshena bhagavatah Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya aparimitaya kripaya idanintana manushya janma praptavatam. Yet due to some good action with extreme immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body. Samesham iha janmani purva janmani janmantareshu sarvehi kritanam shiva ninda devi ninda guru ninda dosha vapohartam sarva paradha devya paradha purva paradha dosha vapohartam. Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth, or in any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes, offenses committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru to be removed. Brahma Hatya Surapana Swarasteya Gurutal Pagamana Tatsamsara Ghakya Panchapaha Patakadi Samasta Papa Vitirtartam. Let the 5 great like being a Brahmin, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having relationships with Guru's wife, one's own mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or other above mentioned sins be removed. Apiche sarve balye vayasi kaumare yovane vardhakye cha. Let all the karmic effects of actions done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as an old age person be removed. Jagrat swapna shushupti avastasu. Let all the karmic effects of the action done in the wakeful dream or deep sleep state be removed. Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, Vyaparehi, Sambhavitanam, Rahasyakratanam, Prakashakratanam. Let all the sins done through the karmendriyas, the 5 organs which perform actions like speech, hands, feet, excreting, reproductive organs, and jnanendriyas, the 5 organs receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin, be removed. Atipataka anam, upapataka anam, karana anam, malani karana anam, apatrikarana anam, jati brahmashaka anam, prakirnitanam, evam navanam, navavidanam, bahunam, bahuvidanam, sarvesham, papanam, sadhyaha. Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, minor of minor sins, multiple sins, and sins like raping a woman, unjustifiable sins, sins of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sins, and 9 types of sins, more sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly. Apanodana dvara samasta mangala prapyatam Shiva bhakti, Devi bhakti, Guru bhakti siddhyatam, Paramashivatva, Paramashivasthiti, Paramashiva shakti siddhyatam. Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all auspiciousness, and let Paramashiva bhakti, Devi bhakti, and Guru bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, and powers of Paramashiva be obtained. Kutumbe sarvadha sanmangala prapyartam anonya prema bhivridyartam purnatva siddhyartam sarva pani nivrityartam. Let the whole family always be showered with auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all people. Let completion happen. Let all mishaps be removed. Shipya arogya vyapartam ayura bhividyartam. Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed. Vyapare udyoge cha sarvajana vasikaranartam tadvara unnato natasthana prapyartam. Let your charisma impress everyone in business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the position. Bahudana saukya prapyartam griha kanaka pashu putra pautra dhana dhanya saukya prapyartam. Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the comforts related to worldly life. Adityadinam navanam grahanam dosha pida nivaranartam Adityadinam navanam grahanam anukulyata siddhyartam. Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let all auspiciousness be bestowed by grace of the 9 planets. Bhumyantarikshe vidyamana bhuta preta pishacha rakshasa brahmarakshasa vetala kushmanda Dakini, Shakini, Ityadi, Sarva, Kristani, Nivaranartam. Let all the evil effects that cause calamities on planet Earth, the evil effects from various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, Pishacha, Rakshasa, Brahmarakshasa, Veta, Dakini, Shakini be removed. Mano Vyakulatani Varanartam. Let the mental confusion and worry be removed. Prarabdhe karmani karishyamane karmani adidvaika adibhautika adhyatmika vigna nivaranartam samasta jnana varanartam dhanalakshmi dhanyalakshmi santanalakshmi saubhagyalakshmi vidyalakshmi sauryalakshmi veeralakshmi vijayalakshmi ityadi ashtalakshmi paripurna kripakataksha siddhyartam. Let all the loans be removed. Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhanalakshmi, Dhanyalakshmi, Santanalakshmi, offspring, Saubhagyalakshmi, fortune, Vidyalakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya-Lakshmi, bravery, Veeralakshmi, heroism, Vijayalakshmi, and success be showered. Parikshasu unnatasta, Parikshasu unnatastane, Vijaya prapyarta, Sarva vidya parangata, Siddhyartam, Meda Shakti, Grahana Shakti, Abhirvyartam. Let the top rank be obtained in all examinations. Let all the excellence be acquired in the field of knowledge. Let the memory power, understanding ability be increased. Ityadi Sakala Vida Sanmangalani Guru Kripa Katakshena Prapyartam. By the grace of Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon. Sri Kailash Onnatas Dwadashantas Shamala Pitaruda Sri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinnaswarupa Parashivaputra Ratna Kumara the one who has ascended the Madurai Adinam Shamala Pita, established by Devi Meenakshi, the incarnation of Shamala Devi, which is supreme place of Kailasa, where Paramashiva resides and rules the whole cosmos, and Kailasa, the one who is no different from Meenakshi and Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Paramashiva, the young boy. Guru Manya Tulyavatara, Shri Parvati, Sanyapana Labda Divyajnana Vishruta, Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta, Dravida Veda Pravartra, the gem among gurus and unequaled avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, author of the famous Dravida Vedam, which is the essence of all Vedas and Agamas, Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samit Digata, Muktamaya Chatra Shayana, Yamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinnaka Haladi, Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samedigada Muktamaya Chatra Shayana Giyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinnaka Haladi Samasta Virada Valyalankarita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti, the one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin made of pearl received by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by musical instruments, the umbrella chamaram, the sacred symbols of worship, adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the science of enlightenment and been accepted by kings as the supreme ruler. Sarva Jana Sangha Sadyo Nirvana Diksha Pavagavarga Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Kalpa Kesari, the shower of Videha Mukti, an immutable state of enlightenment, immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people, the one who creates bliss, protecting leader, the roaring lion and trumpeting young elephant for other religions. Shaiva Siddhanta Stapanacharya Sri Rajadiraja Pandya Maharaja Gurukshapa Sakyadi Mahandakara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu Vikshana Narharha Dvajotchedana Purvaka Srimad Rishabhadvaja Stapaka, the Acharya who is established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Raja Guru of the Pandya who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme kings of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes the utter darkness of a delusion, the one who is installed the Vrishabha flag, the creator, reviver of Shaivism. Shaiva Samaya Kartra Sarvagna Pita Ruda Shri Jagat Guru Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Bhagisha Sundara Manikka Vachiga Swaminam Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punarudrita Shamala Pita Sarvagna Pita Tirunavad Uttara Dvishatatama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who is the ruler of the Sarvagna Pita, the seat of omniscience, O the avatar of such with above mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, the Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Appar Sundhara and Manikka Vachikar Swami, O the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, the Shamala Pita Mahasamsthana, which has been revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, O the one who has ascended the seat of omniscience, the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhana. Arunagiri Yogishwara Paramparagata, Arunachala Sarvagna Pita Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvagna Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogishwara. Kailasa Paramparagata, Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagna Pita, Traya Trimsa Uttara Dvishatad Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagna Pita as the 233rd Pontiff, the Guru Mahasannidhanam in the lineage of Kailasa. Nityotsava, Nityamangala, Nitya Kalyana, Nitya Rajita, Kailasa Paramparagata, Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Pita, Mahasamsthana Mahasimhasana Pita Kartra, the creator of the Nithyananda Pita Mahasamsthana, Mahasimhasana Pita, which is eternally celebrating, auspicious, festive, and having the attractive energy of enriching.
साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथसेन इत्यादि अनवचिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि सांप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्य वंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूढ़ाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धात महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर the 1008th Sri Mahamandaleshwara Mahanirvaniya Pita established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila. साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभा अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर the 1008th Sri Atala Peethadishwar Avatar Pita, which has an unbroken lineage of pontiffs starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of Ganas and who is coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. Dharma Mukti Swarga Puraswarna Pita Trayo Vimsha Guru Mahasannidhana, the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swarga Puraswarna Pita. Kailas Paramparagata Adipita Sarvagna Pita Jagat Guru, the Jagat Guru of Adipita Sarvagna Pita in the lineage of Kailasa. Sri Kailasa Punaruddharaka, Sri Kailasha Paramacharya, Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Varya, Sachidananda Pranavaswarupa, Shrotriya Brahmanishta, Srimad Jagat Guru, Srila Sri Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva, Sri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swaminam Prityartam, who is the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of Sannyasis and Parivrajakas, the embodiment of the pure truth, consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of the sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one who is established in the super consciousness. Desham Padaravindayoho Bhakti Siddhyartam Guru Kripa Kataksha Siddhyartam Kshemastheirya Virya Vijaya Ayura Arogya Aishwaryanam Abhivridyartam. Dharma Artha Kama Moksha Chaturvida Pala Purushartha Siddhyartam Samasta Ridhitopasantyartam Samasta Mangala Avaptyartam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prasadena Sakutumbasya Jnana Vairagya Jivan Mukti Praptyavrityam Cha. Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhuta Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Sri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Dhyana Shodashopachara Sarvopachara Archana Radhana Puja Prarthanam Karishye. Om Anandagandha Nilayaya Namaha Om Bhavaroga Beshajaya Namaha Om Kalpatarave Namaha Om Pashupataye Namaha Om Pashavimochakaya Namaha Om Ipsitapaladayakaya Namaha Om Bhagya Vritti Parivrittarkaya Namaha Om Adivyadi Nivasakaya Namaha Om Samasta Kalyana Gunanvitaya Namaha Om Vidhadi Purushaya Namaha Om Sri Kailasapataye Namaha Om Shiva Shaktyakaswarupaya Namaha Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha Om Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivaya Namaha ओम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ओम नित्यानंदम। Now
bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.